Hey, what's up, Blue? Welcome to the Halloween edition of Feature Friday. To kick things off, we're going to move down to Halloween trivia with Crystal. Let's go.
What's the fear of Halloween called?
When you get scared out of your pants.
What does it mean if you see a spider on Halloween?
You start running.
Why do people use jack-o'-lanterns?
For decoration.
Where do you guys think Halloween started from?
China.
Ireland. America.
What do you think the fear of Halloween's called?
Halloween-phobia.
Halloween-phobia. It's true.
What does it mean if you guys see a spider on Halloween?
Arachnidotaka.
Yeah, bad luck the rest of the year. It's a good one.
Yeah.
I don't know. No idea.
Why do you guys think people use jack-o'-lanterns?
To scare away evil spirits.
Hey, that's true. I know that.
What does it mean when you see a spider on Halloween?
It's bad luck.
Now let's take a stroll down memory lane with This Week in History. Let's see what happened.
Everyone loves Halloween, but did you know it actually started as a Celtic celebration, Samhain, to celebrate the end of the harvest season and a welcome winter? October 31st, the Celtics believed that the boundaries between the world of the living and the dead overlapped and the deceased would come back to life and raise havoc. So to hide from the spirits, they would wear masks. As Brooke mentions earlier this week, candles and turnips or potatoes were used to ward off evil spirits. In the first versions of the jack-o'-lantern. As cool that is, I'm more about the free candy in horror movies. Halloween's all about scaring people, while Orson Welles did his trick a bit early. October 30th, 1938, H.G. Wells' novel The War of the Worlds, a book about Martian invasion on Earth, was adapted to be on national radio. Orson Welles broadcasted this, and the viewers thought it was a real invasion. Nation panic ensued. This man unintentionally pranked the entire nation.
With something in their hands. I can see it now. It's a white handkerchief tied to a pole. Flag of truce. If those creatures know what that means, what anything means. Wait a minute, something's happening. Some shape is rising out of the pit. I can make out a small beam of light against a mirror.
One of America's most popular images is the Statue of Liberty. The 26th of October, 1886, is the lady herself was brought from France and dedicated to the United States. President Cleveland was the one who actually dedicated the statue, which at the time was known as Liberty, enlightening the world. Lady Liberty grew to be famous worldwide and a symbol of America. Although she had some work done, who can blame her? She is 128 years old after all.
I want to play a game.
My favorite part of Halloween is sitting down with a good scary movie. October 25th, 2004, one of the most epic scary movies of all time was released, Saw. Saw was a unique movie in the horror scene with the typical blood and gore, which is all well and good, but it also had a psychological thriller side. Also, it was one of the most profitable horror movies of all time. The perfect movie for Halloween. Well, it's Friday and Halloween. Have a great time, Big Blue. I know I will. One last thing, why was Charles Darwin a hipster? 'Cause he talked about survival of the fittest before the Hunger Games.
Now let's move on to the Blue TV Sports Minute with Tyler Bell.
It might be, it could be, it is the Blue TV Sports Minute with your host, Tyler Bell. This week in sports had a number of highs and lows, capped off by a thrilling Game 7 of the World Series. the Royals were considered the team of destiny, but they could not manage to hold off the Giants' dynasty, led by pitching ace Madison Bumgarner. Bumgarner pitched arguably the best World Series ever, with 2 wins, a save, and a .43 ERA over those 7 games. Sadly, the series took a sober turn for earlier in the week when Cardinal slugger Oscar Taveras was killed in an auto accident. The 22-year-old slugger was considered by many to be a superstar in the making. Cincinnati was saved from a crushing defeat by the hands of Steve Smith, literally, as he pushed the defender down before catching a pass that would have been the go-ahead touchdown. Luckily for Bengals fans, the official threw the flag for a play that should have been flagged, but for only pure stupidity, occurred in the Buffalo game when Sammy Watkins celebrated just a little bit too early. This highlight will live on far longer than if he actually scored on the play. So we'd like to congratulate Sam Watkins for being the first ever Blue TV Sports Low Light of the Week. Wrap up our show for this week. Stay tuned for future episodes of Blue TV Sports Minute with your host, Tyler Bell.
And now to close the show, we're going to take it over to the BMC. Let's see what's new.
Thanks, Sarah. It's us again with this week's Blue Media Culture. I'm Emily.
I'm Jack.
And I'm Simone.
And this is BMC.
Hey, have you guys checked Twitter recently?
No, why?
I heard about the new Marvel event explaining all the new movies coming out.
I definitely will be seeing all of those.
Hey, do you guys remember the pictures we took earlier this week?
Which ones, the selfies?
Yes, the selfies.
Yes, I remember the selfies. Here you guys go.
You know what's next?
What?
Top Vine of the Week. Let's play it.
All right, kids, nothing to be afraid of.
Look!
Say goodbye to the house, kids.
Oh my gosh, that one's funny. Now, let's take over to Grace for the top song of the week.
The number 1 song on this week's Hot 100 is Shake It Off by T-Swizzle.
Thanks, Grace.
As always, we have to close.
So remember that we will have another clip next Friday.
So tune in.
And thanks for watching BMC.
And I'm afraid that does it for this week. Join us next time for some new features. And remember, Big Blue, happy Halloween.